Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Harshita, and in today's videos we are going to talk about a very trendy topic. What is the difference between the PMBOK Guide 6th edition and the PMBOK Guide 7th edition? Now, most of us have this question that if you are using the PMBOK Guide 6th edition, will you be able to pass the exam which is based on the PMBOK Guide 7th edition? So in this video, I'm going to tell you the major differences between these two and the answer to these questions that we are wondering. Now, if you are someone who knows the PMBOK Guide 6th edition, you must know that ETOs, which is basically input, tools and techniques and outputs, they used to be the backbone of the 6th edition. So in 6th edition, we have this 5 project process groups, which were, I think, planning, executing, monitoring and controlling, closing, and the one was the initiating. And we had this 10 different knowledge management areas. And under this, we used to have 49 different processes. And in this 49 processes, we used to have a very different set of inputs, outputs, and tools and techniques. Now, in the PMBOK Guide 7th edition, this concept has been removed. So instead of memorizing these ETOs, now the 7th edition is more focused on the project principles and the project domains. So this process-based approach has been removed from the PMBOK Guide 7th edition. So if you will see the monitor, you will find out that in the PMBOK Guide 6th edition, we used to have total 13 chapters. So in these 13 chapters, the starting 3 chapters were kind of introduction of the project management environment and the roles of the project manager. And the rest of the 10 chapters were basically our 10 knowledge management areas, which were like integration management, scope management, schedule management, cost management, etc. Now, in the new edition of the PMBOK, if you will see, there are only 4 project domains. So they have removed the concept of the knowledge management areas and they have introduced this new concept called as domain. So there are in total 4 domains, and you can see the percentage of questions that that will be there in your exam for from each of this domain. So number 1 is project management fundamentals and core concepts. Then number 2 is predictive plan-based methodologies, and the third one is agile frameworks, and the last one is business analysis framework. So under this each domain, there are number of tasks. Domains are nothing but it's basically the high level knowledge area that is essential to the practice of project management. And inside the domain, the tasks are basically the underlying responsibilities of the project team member within each domain. Now, inside each task, there are something called as enablers. Enablers are the examples of the work associated with the task. So, enablers are not the kind of list that you have to remember, but it's just going to help you to understand what actually the task is. So after understanding this domains and tasks, let's see the major differences between the 6th edition and the 7th edition. So as I have told you, there used to be 5 processes and the 10 different knowledge management areas. So now these 5 process groups have been replaced by the 8 project performance domains, which are stakeholders, team, development approach and life cycle, planning, project work, delivery, measurement, and uncertainty. Now the 10 knowledge management areas have been replaced by these 12 project management principles, which are stewardship, team, stakeholders, value, system thinking, leadership, tailoring, quality, complexity, risk, adaptability, and change. So this is the major difference between in the terms of concepts that you are going to see in these 2 editions. Now let's talk about how it's going to affect your preparation. So what I found out that if you will compare the hard copy of these 2 editions, you will find out that The PMBOK Guide 7th edition is much slimmer. So if you will read that book, it's very much, the information is in very concise way, like it's point wise, which is obviously easier to remember. So if you have already done your half of the preparation from PMBOK 6th edition, so you have already covered the most of the concepts. All you have to do that you have to try to focus on the last two domains, which were the agile frameworks and the business analysis frameworks. So these two domains are in that you are going to find some new concepts that was not there in the 6th edition. Otherwise it's almost the same. The easiest way to cover this 20% of your syllabus that you have not been covered using the 6th edition is to give the mock test and practice more and more questions. So if you have covered your 80% of syllabus, what you can do that you can immediately start giving the mock test. While you give your mock test, you will find out the set of questions that you are unable to solve, or your answers for those questions are not correct. So just try to write down those questions with the correct answers and see that which area that question belongs to. So if you are the one who has all the materials that belongs to the 6th edition and you are preparing to give your exam in the year 2023, which is based on the 7th edition, you don't have to worry. You still can pass the exam and you don't have to buy any additional material for your exam. There is no major difference in the terms of the concepts and the terms that you have studied, but yeah, there are some addition that you have to focus. So in my upcoming videos, I'm going to cover those points as well. So keep watching my videos, and obviously if this videos help you in any way, please do like it and share it with your friends, and please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.